Poseidon, from Tempest to Tranquility, complex legacy of the god of sea. In ancient Greece, Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea and earthquakes, was one of the Olympian deities revered both for his wrath and his power to calm the stormy seas. His trident, a three-pronged spear, could command the waters and the earth itself. But while he was known for his ferocity, Poseidon also had a curious and lesser-known story that illustrates his complexity. Once, the gods decided to compete to determine who could offer the best gift to humanity. Each god would present their gift to the city of Athens, which was to be named after the winner. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and Poseidon were among the competitors. Poseidon, in his characteristic manner, chose to offer something that showcased his immense power. He struck the ground with his trident, and from the earth burst forth a magnificent horse. It was a gift that symbolized the strength and speed of the sea, the animal that could ride through the waves, but also the fierceness of the storms Poseidon could summon. The people were awed by the beauty and majesty of the horse, and many were excited by the gift. Athena, however, had a different idea. She offered the olive tree, a humble but incredibly valuable gift for the people of Athens. The olive tree could provide food, oil, and wood, and would ensure the prosperity and growth of the city for generations to come. The Athenians, impressed by the tree's practical and enduring value, chose Athena's gift over Poseidon's. Poseidon, angry at this decision, was enraged. He summoned a massive tidal wave to strike Athens, flooding the city and causing destruction. But even in his fury, Poseidon's power was tempered by the god's desire to see peace restored. So, the wave receded, and the people were spared from complete ruin. However, Poseidon's rivalry with Athena remained fierce. Though the people of Athens ultimately honored Athena with the city's name, Poseidon's influence over the sea and earthquakes was never questioned. His mood swings could be violent, his storms terrifying, but they were also reminders of the raw, untamable forces of nature. In the end, Poseidon was both revered and feared, not just for his gifts of the sea and the earth, but for his unpredictable temperament, which could bring both bountiful harvests and devastating destruction. This story of Poseidon's rivalry with Athena reflects the ancient Greeks' complex view of the gods, where power was both a blessing and a curse. Poseidon ruled the oceans with both grace and wrath, a god of deep beauty and deep danger. The story of Poseidon's kingdom beneath the sea is both a myth and a reflection of how the ancient Greeks understood the balance of nature. According to legend, Poseidon ruled over not just the oceans and all marine life, but a vast underwater realm known as the Kingdom of the Sea, a world that existed in perfect harmony with the surface world, yet one that could be both a protector and destroyer of the land. Poseidon's kingdom was said to be a sprawling, shimmering palace made of coral and precious gems, deep beneath the waves. In this magnificent realm, Poseidon reigned alongside other sea gods, nymphs, and creatures, some benevolent, some wild and untamed. The kingdom was not just a home, but also a source of power, for Poseidon's control over the sea was intrinsic to the natural order of life. The ancient Greeks believed that Poseidon played an essential role in regulating the natural balance. His power extended far beyond just commanding storms or causing earthquakes. In the myths, Poseidon's influence kept the seas in a cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth, ensuring that the waters did not overwhelm the land nor recede too far, thereby preventing droughts or floods. The oceans, the rivers, and even the rains were all tied to Poseidon's will, which shaped the world around them. One fascinating tale that demonstrates his role in nature is the myth of the creation of the Mediterranean Sea. According to this myth, long ago, there was a massive flood that threatened to drown the entire world. Poseidon, enraged by the humans' disrespect and their disobedience toward the gods, unleashed a great surge of water. However, as the flood subsided, Poseidon's kingdom of the sea became a place where the natural balance was restored. The sea's tides regulated the climate, and the lands were replenished with fertile soil carried by the waves, ensuring that life could thrive. But Poseidon also understood that unchecked power could lead to chaos, so he also had the ability to withdraw his wrath. The Greeks believed that earthquakes were Poseidon's way of warning the world when things were out of balance. It was said that when he struck the earth with his trident, it was a signal that the natural forces were misaligned. Perhaps humans had been disrespectful or had overstepped their bounds. In these moments, the ocean would rise and the land would shake, sending a powerful message that harmony needed to be restored. In a more positive light, Poseidon was also revered as a protector of sailors and fishermen. He was believed to ensure safe travels on the sea when worshipped properly. People would offer sacrifices to Poseidon before setting out on long voyages, hoping that he would keep the storms at bay and allow the winds to guide them safely to their destinations. In this way, Poseidon represented not just destruction but also protection, showing his deep connection to the cycles of life. An example of his role as a protector is the tale of the Trojan War, when Poseidon allied with the Greeks. During the conflict, he sent calm seas and favorable winds to the Greek fleet, helping them in their attempts to conquer Troy. However, when the Greeks violated their oaths to Poseidon, the god retaliated with a storm, showing that even in the heat of battle, nature could be a force both for and against human endeavors. Ultimately, Poseidon's kingdom beneath the sea was a reflection of the complexity of nature itself. His moods, his powers, and his realm symbolized the unpredictable and sometimes violent forces of the natural world. But even though he could bring destruction, he also ensured the prosperity and fertility of the earth, embodying the idea that nature, in all its wildness, must be respected and understood, as it holds the delicate balance between creation and annihilation. This kingdom was not just a place of power, but the heart of the world's harmony, hidden beneath the waves, unseen but always present. Poseidon's love stories are often as turbulent and unpredictable as the seas he rules, filled with passion, desire, and sometimes tragedy. One of his most famous love stories involves Amphitrite, a sea nymph who became his queen and the goddess of the sea. Poseidon and Amphitrite, the queen of the sea. Amphitrite was one of the Nereids, the 50 beautiful sea nymphs who lived with their father, Nereus, in the depths of the ocean. She was known for her beauty and grace, but also for her independence and strong will. Poseidon, the powerful god of the sea, was immediately captivated by her. At first, Amphitrite didn't want to marry Poseidon. She was wary of his fierce temper and the chaotic nature of his domain. She was also reluctant to become a goddess of the sea, perhaps because she did not want to be tied to a life of constant storms and upheaval. So, she fled from him, retreating to the furthest reaches of the ocean to avoid his advances. Despite her initial rejection, Poseidon was relentless. He sent his trusty messenger, Delphinus, the dolphin, to search for her and plead his case. Delphinus, a charming and wise dolphin, found Amphitrite and convinced her to return to Poseidon. He spoke of the god's deep love for her and the beauty of the life they could share together as rulers of the sea.